And we are live for this live stream of X Spaces. How are y'all doing? Hope everyone's doing great. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me nice and loud? Let me check. You guys can. Wonderful. You guys can hear me. Good stuff. So let's just dive right into it, shall we? Bring this up a little bit. Hope everyone, let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's see if we're good to go, if we can start right away. Come on now. What happened? There we go. Come on. No, don't set the reminder. Just play the darn thing. Connecting. Not yet. I'm going to just say fast. Let's start. There's a lot of interesting topics we're going to talk about today. Let's see how it will be. Let's go. It's 10:30 almost. Just going to wait for you guys to come in here as well. Start listening. Here we go. Let's do this. Here we go. We are in. All right, you're gonna wait for. Should get an invite to it. All right, Alexander here is here also. Good stuff. Accept it. Let's go. Thank you, Taka. Common when. Let's go. And Ben, what's up? Hope all is
Hello,
good.
everyone.
All is good, man.
Happy
Oh wait, I can't hear
Saturday.
these guys. I think
Happy 4th
my
July
audio.
to everyone
We can't hear them.
who's
Come on.
celebrating. It is not. The situation is crazy.
I'm back. What the heck just happened? Sorry, guys. That was crazy. All right, let's go back.
Tesla has the best opportunity to bring autonomy to Sweden in the near term. Long term, I'm sure there will be other companies, but right now we need to kind of support the company that has the best chances of
Testing.
making our roads safer and making less people die and getting hurt in traffic accidents that can be prevented with such technologies.
Right on, my friend. We the AI is coming no matter what.
Sorry, can you guys hear me?
It or not, right? And what my 2 cents is,
Hello, can you hear me?
do you want people like scam Unman, the guy who actually scammed Elon with the open AI? Do you want that guy to be the
Hello,
the
can you hear
leader?
me?
I don't
Can
think
you hear
so,
me?
right? Right now, Pejjy is have difficulty come up co-host.
Can you hear me?
Let me try invite him.
Okay. I know you guys can hear me, but X Spaces is not. It's just ridiculous.
Afternoon Saturday with me.
Hello, can you?
This week we're gonna talk
Hello. Can you hear
something
me?
on is this gonna hurt us?
Hello, can you hear
Um
me?
yes, Pejjy is
Oh
back.
my God. Yeah, my computer just crashed. That's why. It just crashed everything. It's crazy. All right, I'm here.
I just
Uh,
try to
Can
set
I
the
ask
stage that
Pejjy a question? Can I ask Pejjy a question that is not relevant to Tesla? Just quick, please.
yes, please.
Okay, so Pejjy, you
Yes.
are doing spaces on the computer, right? Are you using iOS or are you using like Windows or whatever?
No, I'm using Windows.
In a regular browser?
Chrome, yeah, I'm using Chrome, but I'm using a mic, like the mic that I use to make videos and stuff. I have connected that. That's why I sound sexy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have issues with that, so I don't know what's wrong with my setup. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, I think you have to go. You gotta like when you're using the audio next to your mic. There's an option that you can pick which audio to pick, which input that you're gonna be using. Like if I change it to one of the other ones, it's gonna sound really bad. So that's why I've connected my mic to it, and I've selected that one specifically so it can sound good.
Yeah, I did that as well, but still a problem. So never mind. Never mind. Yeah, Pejjy, I mean, I'm sorry. Continue.
But do you guys hear me all right?
Yep, hear you loud and
Yeah.
And I'm nice. Okay. So today, thank you. Okay. So we're gonna let everybody who have the check mark speak. Try to keep it above board. If you agree with Elon, love it. If you disagree with Elon, we want to hear from you. I want to go on like I study this dude because all my money with him, right? So he when people say, "Hey, Elon, don't do the rocket company," no one ever be able to do it. You fail, and then he did it, and it's not fail. We probably gonna go to Mars one day, and like Elon, don't do the electric car company. You good with the internet. What do you know about car? And now Tesla is a global company. We hit trillion here and there. We go trillion, we go down. But we have future for sure. But right now, we all see it that the politics that Elon went into, he spent his own money to support Trump, and then Trump got elected. This I don't have so much time because I have a very young child. My time is with my kid, but every time I poke my face into the internet, I see this everybody talking about, and I was watch looking at Elon profile, looking at Elon what he say, what he reply, and the vote that he said should he start the third party. So I take it all in last night. I don't even go to sleep at 1 in the morning. Oh my God. I'm like, what is going on? So as I know Elon, I think I know him. One day I would like to be like taking some mushroom shaking with him, mushroom smoothie with him, and let's go tripping with him. I think he's doing it. He gonna go do it. He went in there. He put his foot in He went on a front row and he being the first buddy with Trump. All he want is, hey, let's make the street safe. Let's make we go out and we don't get killed by someone bad. Hey, let's make sure the deficit not go crazy. Let's not bankrupt America. Hey, um, we need a power for the AI. We cannot, because we cannot be behind China. He have all of it, right? And now Trump just like, big beautiful bill is passed, and the deficit. I need to leave. I cannot retire in America, and I live cheap. Everybody, I eat noodle and rice every day. I'm not even going out. I live cheap. I see myself. I can, if it's inflation go crazy, I cannot have a retirement in America. So what are we gonna do, right? We cannot just complain about it and do nothing. Like we complain about it and we let the grifter in suit take all our money. That's not right, right? So I think Elon is like already like there. But this is not the first time Silicon Valley went into politics game. Peter Thiel did it. Peter Thiel is behind JD Vance, and JD Vance is a vice president right now. This is not the first time. And you think the power that Peter Thiel have and the power of Elon Musk have, do you think we can have future? What do you guys think? I park it here.
Hey, Fa, I just posted down in the pill something to go over real quick. The entire thing that I've been saying for weeks in your spaces, it's well articulated in this guy's post. It's exactly what I've been talking about. And Peter Thiel and Elon Musk have our best interests in heart. The problem is the corruption is seeding in and it's biting down. It doesn't want to let go, but they are going to force it.
Mhm.
I'm not an American citizen, so I can't really like time in on this. This is your mess, guys. You have to fix this, not me.
Well, I'm also a Canadian citizen, so I'm not American. I mean, we have our own mess. I'd rather have the American problem than the Canadian problem. But I'll say this with Elon. um, Elon got a good look on what politics is, right? I don't want to talk about politics when it comes to Tesla, and stuff like that. But you know what? It's Elon. You get dragged into it, whether you like it or not. Whatever. We're here. Let's talk about it. Elon got a little taste of what it is like to be, in the politics. And in the Joe Rogan show, he also said that, you can't really get rid of corruption because if all of corruption, if you try to get rid of all of corruption, well, then they will kill you. They will literally come and kill you. And if Elon really wants to do this American party thing, I mean, you're going to get the Democrats and the Republicans really mad at you, and they will go for you. Like if they feel threatened, they will go KFJ. They will go KFJ on you. They will do it.
Okay.
Yeah, they will do it. They will find plots. They will say, okay, this guy is now literally, enemy number one. We got to go. We can't let him, make this third party and stuff. It's going to be a mess. It'll be a big mess. Now, I mean, if it succeeds, even when it succeeds, I think the politicians that are picked for the American Party will also turn on Elon, because it's politics. Politics is dirty. They don't care. They just like how we are. We vote for whoever party we want. They promise everything, sunshine and rainbows, but then once they go into office, it's the same thing. It's just a little bit different. That's it. It's whatever it is in their best interest that they go after. So I don't know. I don't think if I'm Elon, I don't know what he's thinking, but that's how I would think, that this is all politics. And at the end, they'll just turn on me. I'll just focus what I'm going to focus on. And the only way that we can offset this big, beautiful bill is to, increase GDP growth as fast as we possibly can. Robotaxi and, humanoid robots. Let's focus on that. So that's my take on it. I don't know. What do you all think?
I understand your point on it, but I think Elon's thought process is kind of like Trump. So Democrats didn't like Trump, obviously. You can tell that from a mile away.
Yeah.
But most Republicans also didn't like him at first. He's the disruptor that's stopping the back scratching and all the corrupt, like, basically they're both in the same camp. They argue over small dumb shit, but they're in the same camp over the majority of the issues. They're all getting kickbacks. And Trump was a disruptor to that in the presidential field. But when you're looking at the party field, the party is where it's deep corruption. Republican and Democrat are both the same. It's like, which flavor of shit do you want? So when you're looking at their ideas of coming out with an actual new party, it's a disruption to the parties itself, because now both sides of the fence has to basically make it work with a swing party, which could fuck up both of their plans if they don't act right. That's, I think, the ultimate goal, what Elon is trying to do with the third party, which I agree with.
Right on, Smokey. So I try to think about this from all sides, from the left. The left is like, let's fucking burn Tesla down. Let's fucking short the stock. The left is like evil. I'm so sorry. They're so evil. They're like, they support people who come here illegal and give them Medicare, and the citizen is suffering. We have to pay too expensive if you're sick. Like, you cannot get sick. If you're sick, you fuck. You that's the left is. And the right is, the Republicans say everything we want to hear, but when it's time to do it, they're not doing it.
Yeah.
So Elon got it, the bitter taste in his mouth big time. He spent, I think it's closer to 350 million backing up Trump. That's a good chunk of money. I will never see that 350 million in my bank account for sure. But Elon is like, here, there you go. Let's do something nice for people. I think we live in stimulation, The real world that we live right now is fiction AF, no matter what angle you look at it. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard if they print out money and the deficit go that much. One family gonna owe 420,000 per family. What the fuck? Half a
They're
million per family. That is what they're gonna print money out and spend on shit like make Sesame Street in Iraq. I mean it. Like, what right now they don't even Doge anymore. They're like, okay, let's open back a bank account and let's suck up all the money. So Elon is like, hey, let's not do that. So, the thing that he said, let's aim to be less wrong and let's do the right thing. Even mass majority people will do the wrong thing, but let's stand up and do the right thing. I think dude is already make up his mind. And this episode, my friend, this Elon episode, he's, one of Elon baby mama that that is the leader in New Orleans, that girl Chiffon. I don't even know how to say her name. The girl that have twin with him, Chiffon. She won something. She won. That girl say Elon doesn't care about anything if it's not changing humanity. And America, all my friend, all my Canadian friend, all my Swedish friend, all my friend here, America is the biggest pie of the GDP of Earth. So we cannot go bankrupt. I mean it. I already eat rice and noodle. I don't know how to live cheap more than this. You know what I mean? Like, I have to go back to Thailand and grow my own rice if that's, I mean it. It's hard. Like, my friend Jason DeBoer, he used to back Trump. Jason used to be like Trump is the way to go. And now Jason is like, I don't even know, man. Living in America gonna be tough. And Elon, one second, Smokey. Elon is all signal, no noise, no bullshit. Elon, when Elon see thing, it's no bullshit at all. And right now he see like this uni party, this you guys fighting, the left and the right, you guys fighting, you guys make us fight each other. But in the end, you guys shake hand and go to Jeffrey Epstein Island together. What the fuck? So, as Tesla investor, I'm so sorry. I've been holding up and I went wait for Saturday to hang out with you guys. So Elon is like, scratch his head, have bitter mouth and bitter taste in his mouth. And he's like, are we gonna let America die? So now his shareholder right now, all of us, split half. One half of it is me. Elon, just please not die. Whatever you do, go ahead. Think about it. Get the right people on your side and don't get killed. Beef up your security because they're gonna come to your life. You disrupt the car, the whole car, the whole automatic. You disrupt it, and you disrupt the internet satellite. Soon we're gonna see what is called his internet satellite Starlink in our phone. Soon Starlink gonna be the internet satellite on our phone, killing the virus and killing the all the competitor because it's gonna be super cheap. And he killing the rocket. The rocket. NASA even like, are you guys for sure gonna go to Mars? Because I cannot. He's killing all of them. He disrupt all of them and they're gonna come at him. And you know, the robot, the AI, I listen to or in podcast, gonna kill the education system too. Bro. So everybody gonna be mad at Elon because he's gonna be like taking all every money because everybody gonna be like, what is the better choice? We want to pay for the better choice. And now he's gonna go disrupt politics in America. So
So,
what you
so
guys think?
can I ask a question? So how would you get, because he needs like a senator or senators elected in the primary, right? And those are elected by the parties, right? Am I wrong or am I correct?
You're pretty much on point, yeah, because it works
Yeah,
kind
okay.
of.
So how would you get senators on your side if they are belonging to a party, but you want them to fight your fight? Then the party can just scratch them from the ballot, pretty much. Isn't that correct?
Yes and no. It's a lot more complex than it works over in Sweden, pal. But Fa, really quick, I just wanted to offer a point on that. So Elon's on the right side of as far as the uni party being a problem, but the issue is not really the debt. So in order to Meta broke this down in another space actually a while ago, and it was brilliantly broken down. When you look at it, the GDP and our debt ratio to the GDP isn't the US GDP. It's the world GDP. So it's almost like if you really look at it, we can't fail because who is going to actually say you need to pay up? Nobody, because everything is backed on the US dollar. So it's kind of complex when you're looking at it, but he's right on the lateral party. He needs to go after that because that is a actual corruption problem. But the money wise, I wouldn't look at that as even a thing.
Sorry, Smokey. Elon Musk just posted like literally a couple of minutes ago saying that by a factor of 2 to 1, you want a new political party and you shall have it. When it comes to bankrupting our country with waste and grift, we will live in a one-party system, not a democracy. Today, the American Party is formed to give you back your freedom. So, damn, the dude's doing it.
I'm all
Dude,
for
I
it.
told you. I
Oh,
just told
Jesus.
you a minute ago. And he just did it. I've been put it in my chest, holding on to it. And I wait to talk to you guys. It's coming, dude. And I don't know. Is this year the history year of Tesla, the year that the robo taxi is supposed to go online and start printing money in a balance sheet, and also this year Elon is gonna be the front run. Oh, so when in one interview, people asked him, I think Fox News asked him, what do you give advice to young people? And he say, everybody have fear. Fear is the thing to stop you to get success. Look fear in the eye and deal with it. Right now he's doing it. He's not care if they're gonna come kill him. And that post that I actually retweeted and I say, wow, it's like people who say that they're gonna they want to reduce the government spending, but vote yes on a big beautiful bill. Those people, he gonna do everything for them to not get elected. Dude, when the man say the one thing that I love about Elon Musk that is actually make me like, okay, dude, I'm with you, I'm stand with you. Is do say something and you usually 80-90% is make total sense. And he when he says something, he doing it. You can count on this dude. So okay, I'm gonna go to my last point and I'm gonna have Pejjy. The stock. We all here because stocks. Tesla weekly with stock this year gonna swing like motherfucker. Sorry for my choice of word. It's gonna swing like crazy. The people who back up the left and people who back up the right gonna short the stock like motherfucker. So this year, Elon, even shareholder meeting, I want to be there so bad. My kid listen to kid music and Herbert show. That is two playlists that my kid listen to. My kid gonna understand like all the metric about Tesla at 2 years old. I think all this shareholder meeting we have to stand together and not sell our share. And if we can add it, we have to add it to fuck the burn to burn the short. What do you think? This year is gonna be hard. It's gonna swing. I don't want it to go back to 100, but we might see 150. What do you think? Oh,
I don't think it'll go that low, but it'll definitely be very volatile. But that's okay. Let the weak sell.
Bro, I mean, man, this is gonna be wild. Well, I mean, I've been buying the dip for the past 5 years. I mean, what's another year gonna do, right?
I'm not selling. No matter what, I'm in the Greenland. I bought a little bit in 2019. I don't have much money in 2019. I got laid off from my job. I saw the whole run in 2019. I saw the whole jump, and I'm like, no, I'm not missing that shit again. So I've been buying it since 220. 5 year of collecting share. I have my goal. I closer to my goal. When it's go from 400 to 100, I was crying. If you guys know Amy Sober, she's the best. She just like call me and give me a hug. She's like, give an air hug. It's okay. It's okay, Fa. Just don't sell it. And I go through that 400 to 100 and now back to 400 after Trump win. Trump is actually big, beautiful bill. Sawyer did a very good job summing it. What about EV? Let me go find the post and I will pin it. It's actually hurt the solar and energy system. I don't know how bad it is. I honestly don't have time to look in all of it, but it's not good for Elon.
If
This big
same time, it's actually harmful to the others. So like the other competition will be crushed, leaving only Tesla to be able to pick up the slack. So you got to look at the contrarian view too. It's actually going to screw everybody else over, where Tesla is going to be able to bloom and flourish.
Interesting. I'm just looking at the post what Elon Musk posted, and he commented on his own post saying that the replies to this announcements are comedy gold because everyone's losing their shit. It's the funniest thing ever. Oh my god. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I really thought he wasn't gonna do it. That's the thing. I really don't know what to say. You know. Yeah. I just hope he doesn't get targeted as as I mentioned earlier in the space. You know what I mean? That's my only concern. Other than that, when it comes to fundamentals of Tesla, it won't change. With robo taxis deployment, all that kind of stuff, that's not going to change at all. I think my price target is still 575 end of the year, and that's based purely on reasons of robo taxis and other things, and I'm sticking to that, not changing it. But we got volatility, and whoever had call options, well, I mean, I think they're cooked next week. So, sheesh. We have JC Christopher. You've been here for some time, man. What are your thoughts, man?
Hey, Pejjy, how are you doing? And Fa, thanks for inviting me up. Yeah, you know, uh, there's a lot of great points that have been made. And what I would say, this is my take on what Elon is doing is, he clearly saw that the Republicans did not stick to, you know, what I don't know, maybe even naively thought, right? Because, he Elon thought there could be something there. Obviously, there wasn't. They both like to spend. They are both like Marines in a strip club. They're going to spend every dollar that's in their pocket, no matter what they tell you. It's just going to happen as soon as they pay that cover charge. It's inevitable. And it's happening. And so I'm with Paul. I think that Elon has seen that the only way that the mission is going to be accomplished is with a ton more electricity than we currently have today. The Chinese are going hard in the paint on creating electrical capacity, electrical storage, and we're talking about opening up old coal mines. Nobody, let me be clear here. Nobody is going to develop a new coal mine in this country. They're just not. Will they open up an old one? Possibly. Nobody is going to build in it. So what this effectively does, what they've done with the Brazilian butt lift bill, is they've effectively said we are going to stick with the old non-renewable sources. We're not going to support building anything new. And so therefore we're good with the status quo, while our number one competitor on the global stage is adding solar and wind and anything else they can get their hands on a daily basis. So effectively what they're saying is we're not going to compete in that. My personal belief is that's because those sources got politicized over the last 20 or 30 years. And so make no mistake about it. It has nothing to do with subsidizing or incentivizing something, because then you'd have to bring up Medicare and Social Security. And those are the third rails. So if anybody's telling you leave Medicare and Social Security alone, they're full of shit when it comes to subsidizing stuff and incentivize. Has nothing to do with that. It's because it has political undertones in our country. It's looked at as a liberal thing, and that's a shame. I hate that happened, but it's where we're at right now. And so Elon looks at all of that and says, there's no way in hell that in this country in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to fulfill this mission that we have. Autonomy can't be fulfilled. You can't have millions upon millions of robo taxis going around this country with the amount of electricity we have right now. You can't get somebody to Mars with the infrastructure we have. It's all predicated on that. And neither of these parties give a damn about any of that. And to go, the final thing I'll say, I think Pejjy is spot on, and I want to make sure my words are spot on here. I've been kind of, you can take the last 5 minutes and probably, throw 50% of it out. It's just my own personal opinion. But these next words I'm going to say, I say this with trepidation, but I also say it because I know what's going on in this country from maybe a different perspective than some have in here. Just the knowledge I have. Pejjy's spot on about protecting Elon. Look, there have been some words and some phraseology used by certain members of the far right in this country in the last 3 to 4 days that are, I'm telling you, they're problematic. They're absolutely problematic. The the there is a large group that would love to see nothing else than this country crumble. Okay. The far left are they're useful idiots. They will never admit to that. They don't like that fact, but it's just a fact. And here's the other issue. So you may look at that and go, well, the left's going to tear this place apart. Well, you got to remember, there are 1 billion guns in this country, and 70% of them are on one side of the fucking aisle. All right. You do not, if you are on the left, you do not want this country to fall apart. Let me repeat, if you are on the left, you do not want the United States of America to fall apart. It will not be good for you. All right. And it will not be good for Elon Musk. These people hate him. I'm talking about, I don't get the left is feckless. So I know, Fa, you were spending your time going, kind of the thing on the left. Let me just be blunt. The left doesn't scare me at all. They're feckless. It's all words. Get your pronouns right. I'm going to cancel you online. Yeah, all that sucks. But believe me, there are groups like the base. There are groups on the opposite end of on the spectrum, and they don't cancel people online. They cancel people, but it's not online. And we have got to be diligent about that. And let me repeat, we have got to be diligent about that. Stop worrying about the fucking left. The left is feckless. They don't, I'm telling you, in this country where we have 1 billion guns, stop spending your mental effort worried about these far left people that want you to get your pronouns right or they're going to cancel you. They don't matter. That other part I was talking about, they cancel people. They just don't do it online. And I want to make sure that Elon is protected through all of this. That is as a Marine, my biggest concern. I am all behind Elon all the way. I agree with every single word he said. And as a Tesla shareholder, and I am all in. I do own some Bitcoin, so let me be full and fair disclosure here. I've owned Bitcoin since 2015, but from an equity perspective, I'm 100% with Elon. I'm behind, and I'm long term. So I've told we've had this discussion with my wife. I don't day trade. Yeah, if you've got calls, you're fucked. Let's just be honest. That's just my personal opinion. Dude, this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. Let me say that again. This is not financial advice, but I'm not a trader. So I don't give a shit about any of that. If you've got calls, if you've got spreads, if you've got condors, whatever, condor flying balls or whatever the hell kind of things, yes, you may want to, go hard in the paint, hit the mattresses a bit and see what you need to do over the next But as a long-term investor, this is the only way to go. They've showed us, the Democrats and the Republicans have showed us that they don't want to lead in the 21st century. So we need a party that wants this country to lead in the 21st century and wants to fulfill the mission that Elon has. So my money is going to stay 100%. I'm with you, Fa. I ain't selling a goddamn share. I am staying with Elon through thick and thin. Here's the deal, though. I'm more concerned about his personal security with this, because I'm telling you, the rhetoric has gotten raised. And the reason the rhetoric has gotten raised is because they know he's the real deal. They know that he is the one person that could stand in the way of their ultimate goal. And that is the falling of the United States of America. I know that may sound funny as shit to some of y'all. It is not funny. It is not. And I'm not talking about the left wing. The left wing doesn't matter. They're feckless. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, yeah, they can read Thoreau and they can get the pronouns right, but they don't have the 1 billion guns that are in this fucking country. So I'm telling you, that's our number one thing is personal security. Sorry I went on so long there, but you asked for my opinions, and those are my opinions.
JC, you're right on that 100%, with exception of I would actually just edit it a little bit. Both sides, the far right and the far left, are extremely dangerous in the same aspect that you just brought up. And when it comes to security, I still feel JFK was taken out because he wanted to end the Fed. I'll say that. I don't give a shit. And no, I'm not suicidal. But I really do feel that way. And I think it's going to be the same kind of corruption biting back down that you're going to see coming up in the near future. And I agree with you. His security is number one. The one good thing about the big, beautiful bill that I think you kind of touched on, but not quite, nuclear is coming back. That is a part of it. Also, modernization of our tech in our country, remanufacturing and all that is also a part of that. So it has a lot of pork that sucks, but it does also fund some really crucial infrastructure updates that we really desperately need, from security to energy. So there is a bright side to it, bro.
I just asked Elon if all international relations between the US and Sweden can be run through me. Hopefully he will approve.
Guys, Elon being involved in this
Wow.
new party is terrible.
Wait, what?
I love-
Bohemian, welcome. What up?
What up, what up, Pejjy? Thanks for hosting another space. I love checking in with you guys, and I love listening to discussions. You guys all have such insights, man. I learned something every week. I'll say this. The fact that we're even in a Tesla spaces speaking so long about the left and the right and the extremities of American politics and the crooks, and all of it is true. It's hard to disagree with anything anybody's saying. And we know that Elon is a beacon of truth through all this shit. And we have it in the Europe too. I mean, I just think we live in a time where globally it's hard to pin one leader who's got any substance, who's in any significant role of power anywhere in the world. There's just not one. There used to be at least one. Starmer's useless. They're all useless, mostly. And they're all failing us, the people. But I'll say this. This is a fight that Elon cannot win. He will never win. His purity and truth seeking in this is a huge reason why he can't win, because he can't do the swamp thing. And the only way to impact change in politics is to gain power, and the only way to gain power is to become compromised or conflicted within your own party. You choose the party, they get enough on you to be confident that if you get into a role of power or dominance, they can influence every decision you make. And then you get to ride the boat. Look at Obama. He had a chance to elevate himself above the Democratic Party. He was an intelligent, very well-spoken, capable human, and he just told the party on. He was as corporate as it gets. And I'm not anti-Obama. I was happy when he got elected. I thought he did all right for 8 years. The world seemed a bit calmer. But let's not pretend that he didn't just fold in with the rest of them, like every other politician. And from an investor point of view, I don't think we win here. I'm trying to work out.
Bohemian,
Yeah.
hold on. I want to ask you 1 second. I want to emphasize what you just say, because I think Elon is different. If one person can win this bullshit, it's him. And Elon have something that I don't have, something that you don't have, something that Pejjy might not have, something that none of us have, is the ability to attract right people to the right job. That's
I
what
agree.
he have.
I
So
agree with everything.
if you say Elon will not win this fight, I think it's too early to say, my friend.
Yeah, but I think it's early to say it, but I think politics is a very old game. And I think American politics in the Western world is maybe the dirtiest I've ever seen. It's a dirty, dirty game. And it's a blood sport. Elon said it himself. It is. They'll do anything to ruin you in America if they want to gain power. Anything. Some of the stuff that they say about other politicians is just become so commonplace. I don't think we've become so desensitized to how people are spoken about in politics. it's savage. They should, But what I would say is, I was trying to think, is this a completely emotional decision from Elon, in the sense that he cares passionately about this and he feels slighted by the government because he's had his ass kicked. He's gone in there. He's had a massive influence on Trump winning the election. Maybe he would have won it without him, but unlikely. He's donated hundreds of millions of dollars and, more importantly, months and months and months of his time to the detriment of all of his businesses, because when he's not there, they're just never as good as when he is. And I'm sure they were doing fine. We've seen the progress Tesla's making. We're all super pumped about it. So it's been ticking along nicely, but it'd be even further along if he was in his business, right? Nobody can argue that. That's why we love him as a CEO. We want him there. And I was thinking, is it emotional purely, or does he have a strategy? But then I started to look at his business model. So I thought, okay, play the game. I think this is a losing battle. I'm not going to change my mind on that. I just don't think Elon can. He's got to get through corruption. Thing is, people go, yeah, but look what he did with these companies. They weren't supposed to succeed. But yeah, but the playing field was a lot fairer, very fair, comparatively, extremely fair. Politics is 99% less fair than what he's been doing in his own world, and that's just politics. That's anybody who rocks the boat in politics. That's the battle. Look what they did to Trump. I mean, look what Biden did to everyone else. And I don't like any of them, to be honest. But I'll say this. If there was a person that could do it, would be Elon. Completely agree, Far. And impossible is impossible until it's not. Completely agree. And I look at his business and I thought, play the game. So you've got Starlink. Now, Starlink makes Elon infinitely more powerful in America than Tesla. Even though Tesla is a multi-trillion-dollar company and employs hundreds of thousands of Americans. So it's hard to get rid of that business. That's why GM and Ford still exist, right? These are zombie companies that have unions and employ combined close to 1 million people in America. If you include all the manufacturers they use and stuff, probably surpassing that. So you just can't dump those companies, right? And that's the government hold them up, and they've been holding them up for, 2 decades now. But Starlink's the one for me. I was like, Jesus, this is a very powerful thing, because that's been used in Palestine, Israel. That's still today being used in Ukraine. It's been used in other countries around the world. The payloads that he's able to get up into the galaxy, the war that's going on in space right now for observation, like the satellite dishes that basically can observe everything every country is doing. He's very much part of that. He'll never talk about it publicly, but we know he gets the government contracts. And also the commercial.
Onto your point, because you're exactly right. There's 65 to 80% of the satellites globally, both military and commercial, are Starlink.
Yeah.
And the other thing that people don't understand, these satellites are not just for communication. They have multiple payloads on them. They're used for multiple reasons. And that is the moat where he wins. Because guess what? Golden Dome, yes, that's what's going to link it all.
Yeah, and I completely agree. And I did think to myself, is Elon creating, and energy is the other one, right? Energy is a national security threat, because look what's happened in Europe since Russia invaded Ukraine. It's basically bankrupting all of our countries because we never got energy independence. Germany is screwed. I lived there. Merkel shut down all the nuclear plants off the back of Chernobyl in Ukraine. Yeah. Worst decision she ever made as a prime minister. I thought she was actually a good prime minister, but that was a chancellor, sorry, but that was horrific. Now they have to buy all their shit from Russia. Their economy is collapsing. Britain, similar problem.
Stuff about that though, like as you were saying. So basically, they are funding the war in Ukraine because they have no other choice, because they're energy dependent. So they have to buy Russia's energy to create.
Wait, guy, hold on. Let's pause a bit. Let's not talk over each other. Okay, Bohemian, can you wrap up? I saw Wes here and Go here would like to speak.
No worries. I was just going to say, yeah, great show. I just don't think Elon can win this one. I don't think it's good long term for us, even though I think he's so powerful they probably won't, do anything wacky with him. But I'd rather see him bow out of this and just grow the GDP and make money, and maybe we can outrun the death spiral for a while. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you, Bohemian. Good to have you. Go, I will go to you next. Wes, how's it going?
Hey, Fa, it's going really well. How are you doing?
I'm excited every day. Never a
Yeah,
dull moment with Elon. What
yeah, I
in
know,
your
right?
mind, my friend?
Yeah, thanks for having me up. Hey, Pejjy, what's up, everybody else? Yeah, so when I heard the news that Pejjy read out loud a moment ago about Elon launching the American Party, as a Tesla shareholder, I'm not so excited about it, at least right now. Um, I have a lot of concerns with that. One of which being I'm concerned about regulatory headwinds. You know what I mean? Like when he was helping the Republican Party, who's in charge right now, and can really implement a national kind of robotaxi, you know, legal structure for us to work within. Who knows if that gets slowed down now, right? Just using one example. Who knows if that's like, well, maybe we'll get to that next year, or 2 years from now, or
I
three
don't
years
think
from
so.
now, when you have Elon funding, potential competitors and stuff. As an American, I really think we got to do something different. And I do, and no matter what, I trust Elon. I really do. And I trust that he'll look out for Tesla, period. It's just that I would rather have his focus on what we're doing. And so, what I'd like to see moving forward with this American Party is someone else running it. Like, I don't want Elon like Doge at the top of it doing everything. I'd like him to get, a chairman in there that's, falls in line with what his, views are and that kind of stuff. And so I'll kind of be looking to see what role he plays in this whole thing. My biggest concern about America at the foundational level is the media. If we had an honest media where they actually interviewed people and they weren't on a political team, they did real investigative journalism, if you could actually trust them, then politics would look a lot different than it is today. The politicians use the media to, create fear amongst their constituents, and then claim that they are the people that can save them from this fear that they, basically created and stated. We need a way to re-incentivize the media because at the problem of the media is incentivizing or incentives. They get just take Tesla for example. We all know that if you publish a negative article about Tesla and Elon, you're going to get a ton of clicks, a ton of views. And so I don't know the answer to how to re-incentivize the media, but that's where I'd like to see a solution take place. I think a lot of things will be solved with that. And then lastly, one thing I'd like to see from Elon is if we're going to do this party, this American party, let's get some term limits in place, if anything, voluntarily speaking, within this one party. And, maybe that'll get some traction over time. So anyways, we'll see what happens. You know, Again, I wish it didn't happen right now, but we'll see.
Thank you, Wes.
Thank you.
Nice. It's a weight train right now. Elon is a weight train. It's coming no matter what. He see the deficit. He see the future is gonna go bankrupt, and he's like, I cannot let this happen. So it's happened. Um, Hello, Go. How's it going, my friend?
Hey, Fa. Yeah, I saw the news and I'm like, things are gonna get interesting, like, oh my God, we have cyber cab, robo taxi stuff, and now we have a new political party. And I believe in Elon. I mean, being a CEO and a business owner, yeah, that's great. But, as a politician, can he change the system? Because you need to have big balls and big amount of power to change the system. You know, as somebody who has, worked a lot with geopolitical stuff, I know the system has a lot of bad actors who are so powerful that their income and their money is not declared anywhere. Nobody knows how much they're worth. You know, they control everything. And Elon changed that, like the whole system. Is he powerful enough to do that? That's my biggest question.
Well,
Like
he definitely powerful enough to pick a fight with Trump.
I mean, he was Trump's best man. I mean, he was helping Trump, and I would love to see Elon and Trump together again. To be very honest with you, instead of creating a new party, I mean, both were doing so well, and Trump even bought a Tesla and the Cybercab, and they're like roaming with that in the whole White House, and that's such a big boost for Tesla. Um, I don't know how this is gonna play out because I would love to see more like Trump and Elon working together for making America the best country on this planet, rather than creating another division, another party. uh it's pretty interesting. And also, like, people are going to question a lot, and obviously they have questioned before too, because he launched the poll on X, and he is creating the political party based on the poll. And not all users on X are in the US, like they don't have any idea of US politics or stuff that happens in the US. Like they're like, what the heck is a deficit and everything? They just support Elon, you know so there are people who knows Elon and his political stance. There are people who does not know Elon and his political stance. So there are people like that who has no idea of his political beliefs and everything, who are voting yes maybe. So that might raise a lot of eyebrows. Like me, you, we know him, we believe in him, we know his everything, but a lot of people doesn't know his everything and just blindly voting yes. So that may cause some discrepancies too, when it comes to politics. We don't want to mess up with that. uh but I am still bullish on Elon no matter what. And if because of you, I invested in Tesla, and I will continue to buy the dip, because I am a long-term investor. If it goes down, that's a golden opportunity for us to buy the dip before it shoots up again. It's just like Berkshire Hathaway. It's just like Berkshire Hathaway. It's a long-term investment. If you wanted to do like day-to-day trading or monthly trading, maybe this stock is not the best stock for you. I talked with Tesla boomer mama. She also agrees with me. I talked with Kathy Wood of ARK Investment. She also agrees with me. Like, don't sell Tesla. It's a really good investment. Um, and I went to New York for that reason, and I was trying to create a space, but then I saw the terms and conditions, and so I did not. But it's one of the best stocks out there, I think, and it's a very good long-term investment, because it's kind of like I invest in Bitcoin now, and suddenly 5 years later, it's at a point where you don't need to work a day in your life. So I want Tesla to reach a point where the Tesla investors don't have to work a day in their life, and will just get the benefit of the dividends from Tesla, and the money that will come from selling Tesla stock.
Yeah. I just want to add one thing is that I don't think Elon and Trump are enemies. I don't think this is a personal issue. I think it's just like, hey, man, I helped you get elected, but I also got you elected. Everyone got you elected to bring down the debt. Now you're doing the exact opposite of that. That's not cool. So, no, not a personal issue. I'm just gonna do this if you're not gonna do it. But I don't think Elon is gonna become a politician. I don't think he wants to become a politician. Yeah, he said it multiple times too. He's just gonna get someone who's trustable, who won't backstab him, I guess, and try to do the American Party. But I don't think the American Party will get elected. I think it was J.C. Christopher or Smokey who mentioned it, that it'll just be a party that will take away votes from either party in a way, so they don't hog it all the time. Because if Republicans didn't win this election, it would have been Democrats again, and it would the next one probably would have been Democrats again too. It would have been very scary. Kind of like what's happening in Canada right now. It's liberals for the past 10 years, and we're sick of it. But yeah, I mean, that's how I see it, the American Party going. I don't know. Maybe it'll be elected. I have no idea. But I don't think he'll become a
I
politician.
mean,
Yeah.
Pejjy, I just want to jump in and say, he had a X page called America, and it was a PAC party founded by Elon Musk for a long time. So I think that's what the inspiration behind the American Party, because he knew this might be coming one day. So that's why he created the whole America page on X. He founded that page, and it has so many likes. I think probably he agrees a lot with Thomas Macy and Randy Fine, I think. And maybe in the worst case scenario, he might be giving Dame the charge or something. But yeah,
Who's speaking, guys? I'm sorry, I can't see.
it's me, Wes. It's Avi.
I
Yeah.
thought it was you, Avi. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting time, Wes. It's pretty interesting time. We are living
Yeah,
in a pretty interesting time.
yeah, it is. Glad to see you up here. Sorry for interrupting, guys.
We are gonna get more hate. That's the problem. We are gonna get more hate
Yeah, in the
from a
short
lot of
term,
people.
get ready, strap in. I don't know how long this is going to take, but we've been through this, right, guys? We've seen crazier things, right? Just strap in, and I just, gotta make sure Elon is safe, and you know,
Just don't
wish,
strap anything on. Strap in.
yeah, strap on, strap in, whatever's more comfortable to you, whoever's listening to, whatever or watching. But yeah, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. I mean, definitely there's gonna be a negative reaction when it comes to the stock next week for sure. But I'm a guy that looks at fundamentals, and this is another noise that's gonna really really bring that's gonna really mess things up. But I find opportunity in these. So my eye is on the robotaxi, and it looks like it's going to expand more in Austin. And it looks like some other cities are looking to open up as well. And if a year from now we have 50,000 plus robotaxis in the US, that's a very good sign. And that's an amazing sign, actually, if that's the case. And I don't think this thing would matter, because then we have growth and EPS to prove the stock and stuff like that. But in the short term, and I've been covering the stock for 5 years, it's always a short term. Get ready, buckle in, and enjoy the ride. That's all I gotta say. Just make sure you don't have any call options for the short term.
Pejjy, Pejjy,
Yes, Fab.
I saw your video with Joe, Tesla 2000, and I didn't watch it yet. Can you sum up a little bit here?
Well, it'll
In
be
12 months. Mhm.
yeah, it'll be up tomorrow. No, pretty much we're just zooming on the robo taxis. What the analysts see, because it's crazy that I think it was Dan Ives who said it, that institutions are now seeing that, wait a minute, this robo taxi is actually real. But the question is now, can it really scale? So that's what they're eyeing at. I mean, we already know it can scale. I mean, people who have FSDs already is using it. I mean, that's already a question that's already an answer that we already know to this question. But that's what they're eyeing at. They're not really looking at earnings or anything like that. Because for the past 2 quarters, we've seen misses for EPS. And I think this quarter would be a better quarter, because everyone thought Tesla's going to do like what, mid 350s. They almost did what the consensus said, actually, which even surprised me. I'm like, whoa, which factory was pumping out these Teslas? So I think it was probably Berlin. But I think it'll be a better quarter than we think. But that's not the point. Whether it's a miss or a beat, I don't think the market's really going to care. It's going to be more on what the earnings call is going to be, what Elon is going to say. Now, for sure, someone's going to ask the question, this American party, what are you going to do? I mean, that's going to be a question for sure in the earnings call. But don't get distraction by the noise. The signal is clearly the robotaxi. See what Elon says, see what the team says, see what they're projecting by end of the year. That's what's more important. And that's what I really care about. If the stock goes down to 250, 260, 270, whatever, it's going to go down, because I think it's going to go down. I think most of us here think it's going to go down because it's an American party thing. But it doesn't matter. I've been looking to buy at a dip anyways, so this will be a good time to buy, in my opinion. Not financial advice. But yeah, let's see what happens in the earnings call. I think Elon's going to come out and the team say that, yeah, I think we're going to I don't think, not this, we'll get a little bit of it, but not as much as I think in Q4 earnings call, where we're going to get like very good guidance of saying that, we're already in a few cities already. We're projected to grow this much, and now we're not going to be costing 420 now. We're going to be costing now this much with the Model Y, and then when the Cyber Cap comes out, it'll be 30 cents per mile. All this kind of stuff. That's what I'm more interested in. So the bottom line and stuff like that, it's going to really change the bottom line of that, the robotaxi stuff. But until then, buckle up. That's what I gotta say.
Oh man, this is so good. Like I have time for nothing but my kid and Tesla. I have time for nothing and just follow Elon and just try to understand his strategy and I just try to keep up with the robo taxi and so excited about the new affordable. It's a photo leak everywhere on X. It is like not. And so I want to set the stage one more time. Pejjy, thank you. I cannot wait for the video. I will spend my time watching your video for sure. And I highly recommend all the listeners go look at his YouTube page. See what up. It's a lot of video that very happy spend my time and giving him my ear. So we have Smoky hand up right here, and we have Eddie, my friend right here. And so we have this guy, I don't know his name. He said the Dividend Foundation. He doesn't have check mark right now, but he said he have it. I will let him speak, but let's go to Smoky, Eddie, and the dividend guy. All right, go.
Hey, my point's really quick. It was just a gold. So I can understand your hesitation and your worry, but when you're looking at it, Trump is a disruptor, dude. So like, I don't see him being opposed to the third party because him himself has talked about corruption, and I guarantee he sees it firsthand. So I think they're kind of hand in hand. That kind of boils into that clandestine post that I posted up earlier for Scott for Fa. And if you really think about it in more of a wide lens instead of a narrow lens, I think it's 4D chess, my friend. I wouldn't worry too much. But I do worry about his safety. I agree.
Wait,
So,
one second. So we can all agree that the safety of Elon Musk is number one, right? The safety of Elon Musk is number one. You can go do whatever you want to do. Please not die. And number two, politics is a dirty game. It's a bloody sport. Too bad, so sad. They're gonna print a bunch of money out and they're gonna inflate our money and they're gonna take the whole nation to go bankrupt. And Elon said, fuck no. Damn it, no. I'm gonna start a third party. And number three, the point is, can Tesla achieve our goal? The goal of autonomy, the goal of robotic, the goal of lift up regulation. Let's make robotaxi go nationwide. Can they do that? Is Republican that in the Senate and the House right now still support that? That's a question mark, right? But Elon, if he start the new political party, America Party, if he cannot be the president, just that's it. Elon cannot be the president. He won't and he can, but he will find someone to do it. And we just have to pray to God that that guy not stab him in the back like Sam Altman, right? And another point, I want to put it out there for all of you guys. Your money, your hard-earned money, do it as you wish. Listen to all of us as an information, but don't take us so serious and do whatever. Your money, do it your way. All right. Eddie, how's it going?
Hey, Fa. So, hey, guys. Look, Trump isn't the problem. He does not control the purse. It's Congress. You guys get it. It's not, I mean, we're talking about a lot of people here. We're talking about, I mean, we're about to celebrate 250 years, of the US, but it's 200 years of grifting. So I back channel JC, what he was saying earlier. During President Nixon's time, where he did not spend all the money that was budgeted, they passed an impoundment act where they actually force people to spend every dollar that was budgeted. So what I'm getting at is Congress is, they're stuck in their ways of spending money and grifting. They, this is just part of their DNA kind of thing. And so they don't have a mentality of, trying to save money and trying to, um, budget basically and try not to go into debt. So it's a really tough problem to solve, and I don't think it's worthwhile, honestly. I mean, this is just, again, 200 years of grifting that is really hard to break. And then on top of that, I'm sorry to say this, and this is coming from a foreigner, the American electorate, these are people who vote, we're dumb. I mean, we believe everything. I mean, AI is going to help save that, but not a lot of people don't, use AI. You can't tell what the truth is. Like people have their conspiracy on one side versus the other. And so this is just how it is. And that's why it's a freaking hard problem to solve. And, just the way how voting works and everything. So again, I don't think, you just have to unfortunately like be in your own corner for a while and just like become even more powerful. And I think, put this in the back burner. That's just my take on it. But the other thing I wanted to say, Fa, is and I'm saying this mainly for JC, hopefully, because he's in near Austin and has a perspective or could look at this from a different angle, or maybe this additional point that I'm adding. So I think we're solving robotaxi in that the brain in the computer in the EV is getting a lot better, but it's only part of the puzzle. The other part is the fleet management. It's got to get much better, and I think so. You got to consider things like the weather of where you're getting picked up, the safe location of where you're getting picked up and dropped off. All these things like come into play, like supply and demand, all this stuff. And Tesla's still building that up. And they have to do it in like a very economical point of view. Like you can't just, I think the reason why you're seeing all these cars getting driven around with the cameras on top is I think they're digitally mapping Austin like they did with San Francisco, and so they're trying to figure out how they could solve this problem programmatically so that it could scale like across the globe. And so I think that's where they're going to put a lot of energy and effort into the fleet management side. So I don't think it's fully solved. And I'm hoping that when we look at it, to see what the next few stages when we expand, we look at it from that perspective. Thanks for allowing me to talk.
Yeah, Bob, would you mind if I respond to Eddie on that? Because I do agree
I
with
don't
his
mind.
last.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, Eddie. I mean, the good news and the bad news. The good news, I mean, it's been raining here in Austin for 3 days, just as an anecdote, and the robo taxi service has been going steady. No drop in it, been no incidences. So I think Eddie hits a good point, is that from a technical perspective, I mean, it's not solved, but man, it is working so well here, and it's had a lot thrown at it. I think we're at a point where Eddie's right. We got to look at the logistics part of this. Now, that being said, no other company on earth has met logistical issues and met them head on and persevered like Tesla has. I mean, this won't be the first and probably not the last logistical issue they've met, but Eddie is right. It is, I would see this more from a robo-taxi perspective of a logistics issue. Like, how do we get the supervisors out of the passenger seat? How do we scale this up further in Austin, get on the highways? How do we scale this out of Austin? All the infrastructure that's going to go around that, the wait times and all that. The good news is, I mean, we're 2 weeks in, and I mean, have there been some things that have been videos that have come, the Phantom Break, yeah, all of that. But I mean, at the end of the day, this could not have gone over the last 2 weeks could not have gone better had it been drawn up this way. So I'm with Eddie on that. That's a great point that he brought up. It's a logistical thing at this point.
Well, JC, so that's what I think that's a part of the reason why they released it now with this version, this model, is that they, in order to test like how well the fleet management could work, they need a dumber version of the build. I mean, if they had a smart version, then they can't test like how, it needs to handle like some of these, critical areas. And so like if the client, so look, if you look at it from a client server perspective, where the car is the client, if the client handles all your scenarios, then you're not stress testing the server side. And then Fa, I know that other people have their hands up, but there are other points about this bill that are good. Like for the 45X credit for the battery production credit, it still remained with the Senate version. And then I don't think the ZEV credit's going away because it's more nuanced than that. And Trump already tried this with Elaine Chao in his first term, and they were stuck in lawsuit, until Biden came back and reversed it. So I don't think the ZEV credit's going to go away right away, and that's about $2 trillion annually.
Is that the U.S. portion? Because I know there's a lot of international ZEV credits they get too. But
Yeah,
when you
that's just
say
U.S.
just the
Yeah,
U.S.? Okay.
yeah, that's just U.S. and that part of the 2 trillion is not globally.
Hey, to add on to that really quick, what Eddie was talking about, that it makes sense, but you got to look at it like the subsidies from these credits. It only adds up to about $2 billion. But if you look at what Ford and Chevy has for subsidies, it's like $14 billion or something around that. So like when you look at the actual subsidies, it's like crumbs. It's literally pennies compared to the rest of the spending.
Oh man. All right. This is very hard. You guys are all my smart friend. I like you guys a lot. This is like one favorite day of the week. So I can come here, have my sometime tea, sometime beer, and listen to all of you.
If
Um
I'm one of your smart friends, you need to get some more friends.
oh JC. So one quick thing. Stephen Mark Ryan, my favorite Aussie. He posts this dot black and white on his profile. I put it, I pin it on top. Vehicle, autonomy, and humanoid. And you can see the size of the dot. And Elon replied on point target. So we can all agree this shit is like hard. The Unity Party, the big beautiful bill, the Democrat, the Republican, everybody, the citizen, it's hard shit. I've been studying political for 4 years, and I've spent 4 years of my life studying this, and I still in my head still cannot wrap it all up. It's stupid. And all of us, my friend, we have to go through this. And this is a whole what is matter. Just look at these pictures. Say a million words. I cannot even describe it. The counting car is not going to be matter. The matter is autonomy, and then the autonomy is not going to be even matter than humanoid. So this is a signal. So stay on course. Um, with America team, with a new party that Elon gonna set up, this gonna be sometime. Even though Elon is a signal person, he's have no noise, he's have no bullshit. He's a signal. What is really matter is bring GDP up. Like motherfucker, no one ever see it before. Use trumpet. No one ever see this before. Okay, Wes, how's it going?
Hey, great. Thank you. I'll make this brief. I have a request. I'll preface it with this. One of the exciting things about this last week is, and I'm surprised it happened in week 2, is that non-Tesla people that don't even own Teslas, have received an invitation to participate in the Robotaxi network as a customer. And what I'm asking from everyone in Austin is to change the videos from from recording yourself or whatever, to actually interviewing these people. What I think everyone would want to see is objective interviews where look. And I know it's a little creepy, maybe chasing a car down and then grabbing the customer as they get out of the vehicle. but that's exactly what I would do if I was there. And so maybe JC and anybody else, if you guys could kindly, just say, hey, I hope, I don't mean to bother you. I wanted to just ask if you'd be okay if I interviewed you and recorded this, and then ask them, genuinely, how was your experience? What do you like about it? What didn't you like? So we can get some kind of, new information, if you will. I just really think those videos will be valuable, and quite frankly, get a lot of videos, or excuse me, views and clicks too. So JC, if you can also ask other people to do the same, let's see if we can get some of those videos out. Thanks, guys.
Okay, good point. Pejjy, you want to add anything? I'm gonna go to another speaker.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just looking at the signal, and I'll say this, that yeah, let's see how Elon's going to do this American Party. Let's see how he wants to organize it, who he's going to make the front runner and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be interesting to see. But I guess I'll say this is that those who want to get the stock at a cheaper price, there's a lot of noise needs to happen. And so a lot of fear and panic needs to happen as well. So we may be entering that territory. So don't, if you were wishing that you have bought in the mid 200s or low 200s, you may get your chance now, but don't bum out because you're afraid of the American Party. Look at keep your eyes on the prize, and look long term, and you'll be good. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. When you have a company like Tesla, who's like the leading edge in AI, who's already, mainstream media is already talking about Bloomberg. Flipping Bloomberg is coming out and saying that next year Tesla robotaxis will have 35,000 and women will have 2,000. So, they're waking up to the fact that, oh, well, look, Tesla's won this race without even starting. Okay. And you'll see other guys come out and say the same thing too, as we keep going forward and forward. And, and then we'll wake up one day, we'll realize that there's millions of robotaxis everywhere, and Tesla is making billions upon billions in their, profit and revenue. And you just wish you didn't, give into the noise, and you just stayed with it for the long term. Stay the course is what I like to say. But if you want for shares, there's got to be a reason for it, man. There's got to be a reason for it. And for Tesla, there's many reasons for it. But we're getting another reason right now. Here's the thing. My biggest fear, I know it has nothing to do with, Elon and stuff like that. Because Elon, people think that they need Elon to be on Tesla 24/7. But the thing is, the Tesla is running 24/7 without Elon. We just need Elon to push the robotaxis and Optimus, a lot faster. But I think robotaxi is pretty much there, in my opinion. But Elon,
Yeah, Pejjy, the guys that say that they want him 24/7, did they forget about SpaceX and Neuralink and XAI and X and Boring
exactly.
Company? What the hell happened to those companies? They're just in the Ethernet somewhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like one of my biggest questions was that when Elon bought Twitter, everyone came out and said that, oh, Elon's not gonna think about Tesla anymore. And I'm thinking about, but he already had SpaceX, he already had Neuralink, he already had Boring Company, he already had a few other companies, I bet. So what is this? I mean, look, Elon, what Elon is really good at doing is getting the right people to work on the right projects. If he can find the right people to do it. Look at X with Linda, right? If that's her name. Yeah, with Linda. I mean, Elon's not running X. He's not running it. Elon just knows how to find the right people to run the businesses. And then he just gets, advised on it. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this. No, I think we should change and do that. And we can see that with Tesla and SpaceX and all those other things. We don't need Elon in a company 24/7. We don't need him for that. All right. So that being said, my biggest fear, two fears, is, of course, Elon getting terrorized or assassinated. I don't want that to happen. But my other big fear that'll really ruin everything, not just Tesla, but the whole market, is China invading Taiwan. Now, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I'm just telling you what my fears are when it comes to investing in Tesla. It's not about Elon making a new party. It's not about Elon leaving. It's not about any of that. It's flipping China doing some things with Taiwan that will disrupt the whole market, that'll really mess everything up. I don't care about anything else. As long as we can get through this decade and maybe the next decade too without this happening, then I don't see why Tesla wouldn't be trading, not financial advice, by end of this decade, over $3,000 per share because of robo taxis and stuff. That's all I'm saying. So American party, no American party, Elon working at Tesla, Elon not working at Tesla, it don't matter. Robo taxis are coming. They're scaling. They're there. We have the right people working at Tesla. That's all that matters. And I'm pretty sure Elon's compensation package is good to go, because that's another big thing, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't be gunning for Optimus in Tesla. So I think that's covered already. So I might, like, a lot of people ask me that, Pejjy, with all this volatility and all this fear and panic, how do you keep adding? Why are you so like grounded? I'm like, bro, just look at the long term. Look at the long term. Just look at the long term. Look at what they're doing. Look at the next, revenue stream that they're gonna bring. Like how big the market is. I just look long term. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Make sure your investment is 5 to 10 years at least, and not the next week or so. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Pejjy, did you happen to see the Tom Lee Fundstrat interview with Amit? I think it was like yesterday or today.
No, I love
Where,
Amit. No, I haven't, but I have
dude,
to check it out.
yeah, I just posted it in the bill for you, brother. But Tom Lee straight up said, like, when you're looking at companies, right, and it kind of just it bodes right off your opinion, right? When you're looking at companies, there's very few that reach a status where they're Da Vinci's, and
Mhm.
Tesla's one of them.
Exactly. Like there's
Your
like
opinion, because it's a masterpiece.
exactly. Like here's the thing. If what would be very bearish for me right now, for me to sell all my Tesla stock, is right now if Tesla goes like, yeah, we're scrapping robotaxi and FSC altogether. But they're not going to do that. I mean, that's just, I'll be honest, that's fairy tale stuff for them to come out and say that, yeah, we're going to scrap it. No, they're not going to scrap it. That's the whole point of Tesla
We're
right now.
gonna add LiDAR.
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty bad if they do that. But I mean, yeah, Tesla right now is at a stage where they just can't fail. Even if Trump wants to say that, oh, we have to slow down robotaxi innovation in the US, well, that's not a good idea, because what happened to America being the most innovative country in the world? On top of that, you got China on your tail. You want China to win? No, you don't want China to win. So that's what you got to do. So all this stuff, all this fear is just, I'm just, I don't care. I'm just buying. My worry is I don't have enough Tesla stock, and I want to have as much as I possibly can before none of this will ever matter in the next 5 to 10 years. That is my mindset when it comes to Tesla.
Oh man, you gotta love Pejjy. I love him. The attitude, the conviction, and Pejjy and me, we're gonna help each other, pump each other up. You don't have enough. I don't have enough. You don't have enough. All right. I broke my little rule right here. My space every Saturday. Thank you for everybody to spend your Saturday with me and Pejjy. You need to have check mark to join the speaker board. This guy, he told me, he DM me, he said he have a check mark just in the review. I'm gonna break my rule and have him speak here for a little bit. And then I have some thought, a little thought that I want to
What you
share
got?
right after. Hello, the Dividend Foundation.
No.
You may speak, my
No,
friend.
the Dividend Foundation does have a check mark.
Oh, nice, good.
Hi guys, how's it going? My name's Kelby. It's good to meet everybody. This is actually my first time speaking on a Tesla space. I'm real excited. I'm grateful to be up here. Just real quick, I consider myself kind of like the cryptocurrency concierge, right? To the Tesla, community, right? I've been in cryptocurrency like as a smart contract developer for the past 5 or 6 years. But I've been a fan of Elon since I can remember. I feel like he's the most innovative lack of fear individual in our entire generation. And I think that everything he tries to do is like at a minimum for the greater good, but to his own detriment more often than not. And when it takes people hating you to do something good for them, that's a tough thing to like try to do. Now, what kind of crossed the roads there from me being a smart contract developer to me being a fan of Tesla and stuff is, 3 days ago, a company by the name of X Stocks, they deployed 60 US stocks on chain on Solana. So there are contract addresses and one-to-one representations or pegged tokens on the Solana blockchain that represent Tesla shares and 59 other companies, right? So like 100%, you can buy a Tesla stock share on the blockchain with Solana now. And it's like a really big deal, right? Looking at the data, we've got 9,200 holders of the stock share on Solana already, and it's been 2 or 3 days. Now, I'm not sure how that affects necessarily the the price on the other side, but I just think that it's incredible that you have an entire new audience that would never have bought a stock necessarily because they're cryptocurrency traders. It's a different world, kind of. It's the same world, but it's a different world that are now having access to this. I took the initiative. I built a smart contract that pays out rewards in the Tesla stock share as a way of like getting new people on. And I personally we've distributed 55 shares to our holders in just like 3 or 4 days. And I kind of wanted to like keep coming to these talks with you guys and, I don't know, become part of the community, right? Like, I'm not sure if there's many people that are versed in Web3 and I just would like to be that voice here. But with that being said, again, I really appreciate you guys just letting me come up here and talk. And if there's any questions I can answer, or if we can just discuss it at all, that'd be great.
All right, that's something I didn't know before. Now I know. Thank you for give us the information. So here we go. Here we go again, my friend. I don't know. I'm in this for long, and I believe that if it's the right thing to do, we should do it. Even it's hard and it's the odds is against us. And the vision, Elon is a visionary that we probably one in a lifetime. We saw Steve Jobs. We saw how he dealing with his business. We saw his end of his life, and I think Elon is a better person than Steve Jobs. That's my thought. Right or wrong, I put it out there. So this will be very interesting, right? And just keep watching, stay the course. You do whatever you want with your money. Don't let any of us tell you what to do. And yeah, option is not looking good. It's not looking good. All right, it's 2 o'clock. 90 minutes has passed. I know I have a speaker request right here. Henry, you have to join us next week. Thank
Hey,
you for your time.
Henry
Yep.
is awesome. Henry really is. I can vouch for him.
We're gonna go another 10 minutes. Let's have Henry speak. Hi, Henry.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I just wanted to briefly say, just to kick a couple of seconds about I think his name is Dividend. Just want to make sure that everyone understands that, buying Tesla stock per se with Solana is not what you actually are buying the direct shares. It's tokenized, and you're at risk of whatchamacallit, I think it's like custody risk. You're trusting the platform's ability to back the token. So just be aware of that. Use your own research to do it, but it's not buying direct shares.
He is correct. There is no shareholder benefits and or ownership or voting rights. It is a 1-to-1 peg token to the price only. That's a great point, Henry. And I do encourage everyone to do their own research and to 100% make sure that they're safe and they're doing what they want to do with all the information available. I appreciate that, Henry.
All right. Pejjy need a beauty sleep, and my kid about to wake up here. And stay the course. I hope you guys have a good set the rest of the weekend. See you next week. All right. Love you all.
Hey, thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Thanks.
See you guys until next week.
Thanks,
It
Bob.
was awesome.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Be easy, Pejjy. Sheesh.
Sheesh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It just happened. It just happened. Elon's going to go for it. He's going to go for the American party. Let's see what's going to happen. As I mentioned, I don't care. Elon's been doing many of these things, but get ready for some volatility. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, guys, this is awesome. Make sure you guys smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and become a channel member like Suckers. You know, Suckers, he's a hater or a troll, but he's a channel member now. I know someone gifted him, but still, he gets some very good exclusive content. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. See ya. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's go. Sheesh.